Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Zidan. My NPM is 22111024. And I'm gonna answer the question of Mysterio midterm test. There is 10 question and I'm gonna answer it. Enjoy the video. And first, the difference between phonetics and phonology. And phonology and phonetics are studying the sound. Phonetics provides objective way of describing and analyzing the range of human speech used in their language. And knowledge of a system in a language, this science is one of the branches of linguistics that deals with how to think about a language. And phonology also discusses the history of a language too. And for the question 2, prefix versus suffix with example. A suffix is a word part added to end of the word. For example, like helpful, ended, and some kind of like that. And a prefix is a word part added to the beginning of a word or base word. For example, like unhealthy, beginning with the un. If the prefix un is added to helpful, the word is unhelpful. And for the question 3, free morpheme versus bound morpheme. Free morphemes can stand alone with a specific meaning. For example, like eat, date, week. And for bound morphemes is cannot stand alone with meaning. Morphemes are comprised of two separate classes called A bases or roots and B affixes. A base or root is a morpheme in a word that gives the word its principal meaning. It's like pre-register, restart, and non-binary. And 4, semantics versus pragmatics. The branch of linguistics and logic concerned with meaning. There are a number of branches and sub-branches of semantics, including formal semantics, which studies the logical aspects of a meaning, such as sense, reference, implication, and logical form, lexical semantics, and which studies word meanings and word relations, and conceptual semantics, which studies the cognitive structure of meaning. That's the explain of semantic. Meanwhile, the pragmatic is implicit language whose meaning can be set by the speaker and the user. And question number 5, hypernym versus hyponym. Hyponym shows the relationship between a generic term and a specific instance of it. A hyponym is a word or phrase whose semantic field is more specific than its hypernym. The semantic field of a hypernym, also known as superordinate, is broader than that a hyponym. An approach to the relationship between hyponyms and hypernyms is to view a hypernym as consisting of hyponyms. And question number 6, social domain in sociolinguistics. In sociolinguistics, the term domain is usually used to denote the social context of interaction. Domain is an area of human activity in which one particular speech variety or a combination of several varieties is regularly used. A domain can be considered as a group related to social situations. And question number 7, language acquisition versus language learning. Language acquisition is a human process in acquiring the ability to understand the management of words for communication purposes. And language learning is an active process that begins at birth and continues throughout life. Students learn language as they use it to communicate their thoughts, their feelings, and experiences. The question number 8, sign, signified, and signifier. Signifier is any material thing that signifies words on a page, a facial expression, an image, and signified is the concept that signifier refers to. Together, the signifier and signified make up the sign, the smallest unit of a meaning. Anything that can be used to communicate. And question number 9, synchronic versus diachronic linguistic. Synchronic linguistic is the study of language at particular point in time. And diachronic linguistic is the study of the history or evolution of language. Question number 10, theoretical linguistic and applied linguistic. Theoretical linguistics is concerned with finding and describing generalities both within particular language and among all language. And applied linguistics takes the result of those findings and applies them to other areas. And that is my answer to Mr. Yogi question. Hope that can be accepted. And that is all. Thank you.